kids that were 3 years old and it was 15 years till they go into college, it'll sell them whatever their college education needs are. It'll propose 15 years for that, and then it'll propose either 20 or 25 for the income replacement, and that client will have 3 different policies, and it'll be paying the lowest possible price for the most coverage. And it'll be customized, and that's another way you eliminate the competition because no one does custom term, okay? And the only way you're going to be able to do that is with the F&A. If you don't do an F&A, you're not going to do custom term on your own because it's too damn complicated, okay? But if you do it that way, it's simple. It's a piece of cake. So it's incredible. I'm telling you, those of you that aren't like 1 billion% sold on the F&A, you are so lame, I don't even know what to tell you, okay? It's the future, you guys. It's the thing that we can no longer sell products based on price. You cannot, folks, if price were an issue, no one would be staying in this hotel. There are 50 hotels within 15 minutes that are half the cost. But this hotel is full. Why is it full? Because price is only an issue in the absence of value. That's why, okay? So get off price and get on the F&A and sell the whole package, guys. I'm telling you. It's just, if I had the F&A when I was starting, oh my God, I would have made so much money. I used to sell term insurance, folks. In 1988, I made $855,000. I made about 30 grand selling mutual funds and 825 grand selling term insurance that was more expensive than a bunch of insurances out there. All right? I didn't have loans, and I didn't have I didn't know how to sell mutual funds like we know how to sell them today. I didn't have debt elimination. I didn't have any of the stuff. I didn't have a presentation like this. I didn't have a way to lock my clients in. I'm telling you, you guys should be so excited right now about your situation. It's crazy. Okay? Randy?
Yeah, Randy.
Hi, Randy.
How's it going? As a younger generation, me trying to talk to a older generation, it's kind of hard to get them to, follow what I'm trying to tell
You have a credibility issue is what you're saying. With the older client, like if you're sitting down with a 45-year-old or something like that, and you're a young guy, how do you overcome that?
I'm just doing it with excitement.
No, you don't do it on excitement. How you do it is you know what you're doing. You get so good at what you're doing that age is a non-issue when you know when you're really competent. People don't care how old you are.
Right.
Do you think the people from Nike care how old Tiger Woods is?
No.
Huh?
Nope.
They don't care that he's 21 years old and they're paying him that money? No, but you know why? Because he's competent. Do you see? When you know what you're doing, age is a non-issue. When you don't know what you're doing, it's an issue. Okay? So if I'm young, I would become a master of the F&A and all of the products within the F&A and how to explain them and how to answer every question. I would do mega homework to make sure I was super competent so that when I sat with the client, even though I was young, right, I would be so confident in my approach, in my way I answer questions and the way I lead them that they wouldn't care how old I was. That's the answer for young people. That's the answer. That's what you've got to do. You've got to do you focus on that, your age, Randy, will never be an issue, I promise you. Okay?
That's what I got posted on my walls everywhere.
Perfect. That's exactly what you need to do, Randy. That's all you need to do. Good job. By the way, that's what all of you should do, okay? I mean, I don't care how old you are, you should do that, but if you're young, it's even more important that you do that, okay?
I have two.
Okay?
One of them is when you're replacing like a universal
Yeah, I can't hear you.
universal policy or something like that, they'll tell me, well, I don't want to be screwed again. I want to go do some more research. So how do I overcome that?
Repeat the question because I don't think you got the first part.
Okay. If you're going in to replace like a universal or whole life policy, they'll say, well, thanks for telling me, but now I want to do some more research to make sure I'm not getting screwed again.
Okay.
So that's
Hey,
it.
listen, I understand that. So really what you're saying is you don't understand. I didn't do a very good job explaining the concept. That's really what you're saying because you wouldn't say that if you didn't understand. So let's go over it one more time, okay? Your universal life product works this way. It's actually an annual renewable term with a savings vehicle. And then I would actually break it down and show them on their policy. And then I'd say, this is the cost of the insurance. Now, what I'm going to market to you is strictly insurance. You see, this is my cost. It's $2,000 per thousand. Right now, you're paying $8 or $10 a thousand. So if you're only going to buy strictly insurance and it's $2,000, you're currently paying $8. Can you see that there's no possible way that you can get screwed? You're just paying $2 a thousand. So that's all you need to. That's the thing that you need to know. I'm not selling you anything else. There's no other bells or whistles. It's strictly protection. And now you understand that it's better to have your insurance and your savings separated, right, after we've discussed that?
Right.
You clear on that, right? So if you can buy your insurance at a low cost, and I'm showing you it's a very low cost compared to what you're currently paying, do you feel comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Well, then let's go ahead and do it. So I'd make sure, see, when somebody says that, they don't understand yet. Whenever you have an issue with a client that's balking on the product like that, they don't understand. And you got to go over it one more time and re-explain it to them and explain the difference in how the two products work, so that they can see it, black and white side by side, which one makes more sense. Because if it's right there, it's right there. Okay.
Okay. The other thing, I know I'm not hiring enough people, but when I get somebody hired, I'm like, okay, then we're going to sit down and we're going to do this, and then they'll call me up, well, I've been thinking, I don't think I can do this, and how do I get them to?
How you do it is when let's say that I recruit you, say, yeah, I want to do it, right? They've already said,
Right.
yeah, I want to go ahead.
Fill out a hiring pack.
Right then, I'm not worried about filling out the hiring pack, okay?
No, they have, and then they're.
Okay,
and
what
they
I'm
don't.
worried about is getting on, what's your name?
Sherry.
Sherry? Sherry, my most important thing, if I get you and we're sitting down and we sit down and you're excited about doing the business, all I'm thinking about right now is getting you in the field. That's all I'm thinking about, okay? That's all you should be thinking about with a new person. A hiring pack is great, but a hiring pack and no results is no good, okay? So my main objective with a new person, Sherry, is listen, the most important thing for you to see right away is results and see that this thing works, because everything I've told you up to this point, Sherry, is pure theory, okay? It sounds good, makes sense, but unless you actually see it physically working, where we sit down with the client, we save them a bunch of money, we get them out of debt, we help them invest money at a much better rate of return, that's when the business is going to become alive for you and be real. So what we need to do immediately, tonight if possible, tomorrow at the latest, let's go see somebody. Who can we see? Who is your warmest market that you feel comfortable with, you can pop by and go see tomorrow? And I'd close them on getting out like right now, if possible. I mean, sometimes you can't do that. It's not always realistic. But that would be my goal. Because every day, every minute that passes from the time you meet with them to the next time you see them, all kinds of things, doubt starts entering into their mind, because the reason they're doing that is they're doubting their ability to do the business, right? So if you say that to them, I say, Sherry, you're obviously doubting that you can do the business. Isn't that what you're kind of feeling right now?
Yeah, I just can't do it. I know.
Why do you think that?
Well, I'm just not a salesman. I was talking to my girlfriend, and it's just.
And your girlfriend is an expert on success?
No, she's not.
Huh?
She's not.
So she's not an expert on success.
No.
I'm not clear why you would go on somebody's advice that's not an expert on success.
Right. Well, I was just really excited.
Don't you think it would make more sense to give it a try and to see before you make a decision on whether it's right for you or not? I mean, because
Yeah.
if there's a potential for you to make six figures, you're never going to do that your job. You already told me that before, right?
Right.
There's no chance for you to do that. This is at least an opportunity for you to do that. Whether you do it or not, we don't know. The jury's still out. But at least before you make a decision, say no, let's at least try, okay? Because the worst thing could happen is you can get a little experience and you can find out. But if you don't try, you'll always be wondering. You'll never know. Give me an opportunity to show you how it works, okay? Would you do me that
I don't want to spend a lot
favor?
of time away from home. I mean,
Excuse
can
me?
we still do it if I don't spend a lot of time away from home?
I can't hear you.
Can we still do it if I don't spend a lot of time away from home?
Yeah, sure. How much time can you spend away from home?
About 2 evenings.
Okay, that works. Works for me. Fantastic. Do that. We'll take a couple more questions, okay? Because this is long enough. You think? Yeah. No, some say no. Yeah, we'll all do it again another time. But you guys need to get out to the pool.
We've been doing a lot of cold calling.
Wait, well, listen to this, okay? We're just going to take two more people and that's it, okay?
We've been doing a lot of cold calling, and the most common objective that we get is, what do you do, and is it commission-based?
Okay.
What would your response be to that?
Asset management.
And then that's what we do, and then we get back, what is asset management?
Well, we show people how to completely become debt-free. We show people how to get the highest possible rate of return on the money that they're saving and investing. We show them how to pay the least possible amount for any insurance coverage they have. Which one of those areas would you be most interested in?
Really, I'd be more interested in just making money.
Okay, well, we do that too. So we'll concentrate on how to make money then when we get together.
Okay. And then the commission part, how would you get around that? I mean, that's the most.
What do they say about commission?
They say
Is it commission?
Is it commission? And I'll let them know that we have part-time and full-time positions available. My goal is just to get them in for an interview.
So if they say, is it commission-based? The question is, are you interested in a commission-based opportunity?
Well, my experience with commission is I haven't done very well in it in the past.
And why do you think that is?
I probably didn't know enough about the products that I was trying to sell.
So that if you really knew about the products you're trying to sell and in a really effective way to market those products then, and you can make an unlimited income on a commission-based system, then that would be attractive to you, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well that's one of the things I'm going to show you how to do then.
Okay.
Fantastic. Again, it's just questions, okay? Asking a question, not telling. All right, Mario.
I don't know if I want to go with the life insurance because I don't think I'm going to die yet.
Do you know the date you're going to die?
Well, no, not really, but I know it ain't soon.
How do you know that?
I'm still young, you know. No big deal.
Are you saying that young people don't die?
Well, not very many of them.
So, Mario, really what you're saying, you don't see the value in it. Isn't that what you're really saying? Because if you knew you were going to die tomorrow, then you'd want to get it today, wouldn't you?
No, not really. I ain't
You
going to get
wouldn't
it.
care?
I ain't going to get
So
it.
what you're saying is you don't care about the people that are dependent on you financially right now?
Yeah, I care about my family, my wife, my son, everything, but
But, well, obviously you don't care or else you would buy the protection. So either you care or you don't care. You can't have it both ways.
well, I've got a little bit of protection, but you know, it's just with that little bit of protection I got, my family can just go back to Mexico and just be just fine.
Is that what you want them to do?
Well, I guess not. I guess that's why I brought him here.
So then why wouldn't you take care of it for, I mean, what we're talking about cost to take care of this so they don't have to go back is really minimal. Wouldn't you feel it would make sense to make that investment in order to ensure that that doesn't happen? Or is that not important to you?
Yeah, it's important. It's just I don't want to leave too much for Sancho.
Well, of course, I mean, that's not, the issue is not to leave money for somebody else. The issue is to replace you, replace your income. It's not, we're not going to leave them more money than, we're only going to leave them enough money so they can live like they're living right now, not to make them rich or for somebody else. The only thing it's going to do is right now you make $2,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to leave them $2,000 a month. Wouldn't you want to leave them just the $2,000 a month at least at a minimum?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we're going to do then. We're going to leave them $2,000 a month. See, what they're seeing is $200,000. They're not seeing $200,000. They're not getting $200,000. They're getting $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting. Okay. So you sell the number, the $2,000 a month, not the face amount. Okay. It's an income replacement. It's not $2,000 or $100,000. Other thing is, where's Joe Vara in here? Joe, come here and tell him what you. This is really good because Joe deals a lot. He's talking about a Hispanic market. This is the macho Hispanic market he's dealing with right here. So
One of the things that I tell them is that you can't
get closer in front of
I'm
it.
sorry. One of the things I tell them is you can't be dead and jealous at the same time. So that usually works.
Yeah, good. Which works.